Okay, so we're gonna wrap up the show, but we can't wrap it up without talking about the tragedy that happened on Friday. As everyone knows already, we lost a phenomenal actor in Chadwick Boseman on Friday after a 4-year battle to cancer.
Unbelievable. And the fact that he kept that so under wraps, he kept it quiet from almost everyone during that time. I think it's incredibly heroic that he didn't kind of use that as a means of getting sympathy or slowing down his pace or anything like that. And the fact that he gave us like one of my favorite movies. I mean, I'm wearing the shirt right now, something that was a cultural phenomenon. Like, he actually gave us a fantastic performance while going through chemotherapy and going through surgeries and stuff like that.
And the thing that's amazing too that no one's talking about is like during, like, obviously, like, this was for 4 years he was battling this. Well, during that 4 years, look what he put out: Civil War, Black Panther, and he was swole, he was jacked, he was like,
exactly.
Like, how did he maintain that ripped body, and doing chemo and everything else? Like, wow.
Yeah, and I mean, not just Black Panther, but I mean, you look at, the Five Bloods, 21 Bridges, Get On Up, like, he had no signs, no outward signs that anything was wrong. And so, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it's a tremendous loss, not only to the film community, but to the comic book, community, to, nerd culture in general. I mean, this is, I'm definitely feeling this one personally, and I know a lot of people are too.
Black Panther fan, I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just remember, like, well, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. So when Civil War first came out, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I mean, after rewatching Civil War, I really don't think it's that great of a movie. But I remember walking out of the theater saying the best part of Civil War was Black Panther.
Yes.
And then I think that's kind of what helped the Black Panther movie, because I think everyone was excited for that character. And then lo and behold, Black Panther comes out and makes $1 billion. But
right,
man, I just remember, like, walking out of Civil War, like, man, he was the best part of that movie. So then I went back and, like, watched his other movies. Like, I didn't realize that he played Jackie Robinson. I didn't realize, I mean, that he wasn't a household name yet, but I did see the movie 42, which is a great movie. He played Jackie Robinson. I feel like, and he didn't get enough credit for it, because Harrison Ford is the one that got the Academy Award nomination, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
He didn't get it, which is a travesty, because I thought he was phenomenal as Jackie Robinson. Again, if you're a sports fan, everybody knows who Jackie Robinson is. And of course, I'm proud to say this as a Syracuse native, that Chadwick Boseman was also in the movie that was filmed in Syracuse years ago, well over a decade ago, called The Express,
right,
which was about Heisman winner Ernie Davis. So Chadwick Boseman, who was not famous at the time, he was kind of up-and-coming name, he played Syracuse legend Floyd Little, who I met before, by the way. But yeah, he was in Syracuse and played Floyd Little in the movie The Express years ago. Mark, you have to go back. You have to watch this movie.
I'm definitely gonna be watching that. I'll probably spend the better part of this week watching his entire filmography, if I can.
Yeah, and I'm gonna watch 21 Bridges tomorrow. I'm wanting to see that movie. I keep putting it off. Well, now I'm making it a priority. I'm gonna watch 21 Bridges either today or tomorrow.
Yeah, and shout out to some of the other actors that have sort of helped him along the way. I was reading a little bit about him today and discovered that Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show played Claire Huxtable. She was one of his professors in college. Like, she taught a drama class. She was one of his instructors. And that this story.
Yes, I know this.
So he got accepted to a summer program at Oxford, but he couldn't afford to go. And so she kind of enlisted the aid of some of her friends to sort of fund his expenses for that program, one of whom is your favorite actor.
Yes. I knew about this.
Yeah. I just thought that was such an interesting piece of trivia. And, what a great way for Denzel to sort of pay it forward, and look how it paid off. He sort of gave, he's responsible for sort of giving the world, a really great actor, someone who's really committed to the craft, and someone who brought one of my favorite superheroes to life. And so, you know, that's another reason that I think Denzel's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm going to, and like I said, here's the, I won't go back to Get On Up. The one thing, okay, listen, I'm not going to say it's good as, like, it's definitely not as good as, like, Straight Outta Compton or even Ray. But one thing I loved about Get On Up is that it was honest, because it didn't exactly paint James Brown in the positive light, because James Brown has a record of all these arrests and domestic violence and stuff. So they did not take that stuff out. They had that in the movie. And of course, what way to open? The movie opens with the bathroom incident from 1993.
Right.
I'm like, wow, they opened up the movie with that.
Right.
But yeah, Get On Up, man. It's another one everyone should check out, because if you're a James Brown fan, you gotta check it out. On top of that, like I said, the movie is honest. It's not painting. I mean, it talks about his accomplishments, yes, but it doesn't paint James Brown in the positive light. It's honest. So that's one thing I can appreciate about that movie.
Right. And I agree. I like Get On Up a whole lot. Another movie that I don't think he gets a ton of credit for, you know, because his role wasn't, you know, he wasn't the lead in this movie, but The Five Bloods.
Yes!
Now, you know how I feel about that movie. I love everything about it.
Yeah, it's good.
And, you know, his role is it's not a small role. It's not like it's a cameo, but he definitely wasn't the lead in it. He was like in a lot of the flashbacks. But they were powerful scenes, particularly that last sort of scene where he's sort of, you know, I don't know if I should really get into it, but I don't think that it really destroys the narrative. But there's a powerful scene with him and Delroy Lindo, where Delroy's character kind of feels tremendous guilt. And so, you know, it's an incredibly poignant scene. I think that he really did his part to deliver in that, and I don't think that he gets enough credit for that. So anybody who hasn't seen that movie, it's on Netflix. I highly recommend it. Yeah,
absolutely. I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was it's definitely worth the watch. So yeah, I mean, to wrap this all up, I mean, it's tragic. It really is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't shocked by the news when you told me, because as some people may know, there were pictures of Chadwick a few months ago.
Right.
And he didn't look healthy. I had no idea it was cancer, but he didn't look healthy, and I was I was worried about him. And then, so when the news struck, I wasn't. I was saddened, but I wasn't shocked.
I was shocked, because I thought that, you know, I saw the pictures just like you did a few months ago, and he was very, you know, he was emaciated, didn't look in particularly good health. But I thought that he was doing that for a role, maybe, you know, like, you know, we've seen other actors do that. Christian Bale, Edward Norton, you know, a few other actors, you know, come to mind, Donnie Wahlberg. So, you know, we've seen actors kind of emaciate themselves to sort of get this dramatic look for a part. And I really just kind of just put it to that, like, oh, you know, there must be some movie coming out where he plays someone who's that thin. And, you know, it never occurred to me that he might be sick. And so when I heard the news, I immediately thought it was a rumor. I thought, you know, I took to Google immediately to just see if it was like a hoax or some kind of fake story. And, you know, I saw multiple reports, and then I was crestfallen after that.
Yeah, no, I understand. And it's just like, so the way I honestly feel was like, I mean, Black Panther was obviously his big breakthrough, but like it just felt like his career was just getting started.
Yeah.
No, like after Black Panther come out, I'm like, all right, he's gonna be, you know, I can't wait to see, you know, what's gonna lead next, and all these, you know, and you know, and Black Panther still feels like you know, it's still a relatively new movie. It's just like, it's just gone too soon. And I've heard nothing, and for the record, I'm just gonna say right now, I mean, I've heard nothing but good outside Hollywood and his movies. I've heard nothing but good things about him.
Yeah, Yeah, the same. I, no one really ever spoke a bad word about him. Like I said, he was very committed to the work itself, and he was like you said, his star was beginning to rise. And it's sad because I really think that he would have been a much, not that he wasn't already a big star, but I think that he would have been he would have been an even bigger star had he been.
He had much more to give.
Yeah, much more, on the horizon for him. So, to sort of close this out, I for one am definitely going to miss him, and I not look forward to, but I'll just continue to sort of look back at some of the great movies that he's done, some of the great TV even that he's done, and just keep his memory alive that way. Yeah.
All right. So, all right, my outro is going to be a little bit different. Obviously, it's just, Chadwick Boseman, you're in a better place now. I'm glad you're not suffering anymore. And, thank you for all your hard work and for, entertaining us and inspiring everybody with the movies that you've done. And it's just, you're going to be missed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So before we go, we ask you to please like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. Let everybody know, let all your friends know about NerdCage Live. We appreciate the support, and obviously from Syracuse to Louisville to all of our friends and fans of the world at NerdCage Live. Please enjoy life, love each other, stay safe, be excellent to each other, and good night.
Wakanda forever.